I'm Indrani Datta in English. I was born in London in 1979 and I lived here until I was 4.5, and then my parents and I moved back to India, Calcutta in 1983 and stayed there for 7 years until 1990. We came back and the dance took place wherever I went, basically. My dance really started through a very, very important person in my life who was my first nanny. Her family were very into music and the music would always be playing, and she realized that even though I couldn't walk, I could sort of walk in rhythm and hold on to pieces of furniture, and depending on what music it was playing, I would walk differently. The first show I did was when I was about 4 for the Mayor of Haringey, I think. And I remember that with the photo had the map of India in the background, and I was in a red hand-stitched costume in the foreground, one of my mum's saris that she'd hand-stitched herself. The good thing about moving back at 4.5 was that I was back into the bosom of that sort of tough cultural lifestyles. So I saw all of those classical forms in their pure form. But at that young age, the Bollywood is very easy to connect to. And from that, you know, little kids would get inspired, and I guess I was one of them. Back in those days, the Bollywood queens were people like Hema Malini. I was aware that there was also Bharatanatyam because of Hema Malini's dance caliber, and also the other South Indian actresses who were making it big in Bollywood, and they would obviously show different types of Bollywood dancing through the style of Bharatanatyam. From the very start, I knew that learning Kathak would mean more than just doing the steps on a dance class. It meant a way of life, really. My first teacher was a lady called Shumitra Mitra. She still is, a very renowned teacher back in Calcutta, and she's one of the main dance teachers in a school called Bani Chakra Academy, which is in South Calcutta. And then I moved back to London in 1990, where I continued at the Bhavan Centre in West Kensington in London. And that was pretty much all Lucknow Gharana. And there my Guruji was Shushmita Ghosh. My first job as a dancer was when I was 13. A director lady came and saw us in class. And on the 3rd day, she approached the teacher and said, I would like to invite some of the dancers for a particular shoot. And it was for a very, very famous, at that time, a famous music pop group called UB40. The first job I had as a sort of Kathak teacher came about really as a just pure coincidental piece of luck. I was 16 at that time, so obviously my first reaction was, oh, absolutely not. But then I thought, well, it's a challenge, let's try. So I said yes initially for 3 months, and I took that class for 5 years. I have taught Bollywood. This was very much incorporated in my dance class. I would describe Bollywood dancing as the most wonderful melange of rainbow colors. It has everything in it. It has Odissi, it has Bharatanatyam, it has Kathak, it has folk, it has sometimes even a little bit of, well, especially Michael Jackson. He's a big source of inspiration to the young heroes of the day, really. So I think Bollywood dancing is the best of all cultures put together in a very small melting pot, and what comes out is magic.